Hello to all of my Taurians. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Taurus. Let's go. Let's see what your cards have to say. I'm talking to you if you have Taurus anywhere in your birth chart, not just your sun sign. So if Taurus is anywhere in your birth chart, even if you're a cross watcher, I am talking to you. Please pull your birth chart so you can see if Taurus is in your birth chart and where it is in your birth chart. The link for pulling birth chart is not my website, but it's a really good website. The link is below in the description. And let's see what your cards have to say. I have some exciting news for everybody that's coming up very, very soon, but I will save that for later. I'll have some exciting news for everybody coming up in about a week or two, so stay tuned. All right, so here we go. Healing. That's the first card that came out of the deck. Source really wants you to focus on healing. And so you can make this your year. There's still time for somebody to make this their year. We have the Princess of Swords, the Ten of Cups. We have the Four of Cups, and also the Seven of Swords. Okay, so right, like I said, this reading is for the 30th of July through the 30th of August. We have 2 full moons that's coming up in August, so that's great. That's really, really good because the moon is aligned with our feelings, subconscious habits, our moods, our emotions, our need for our spirits to be fed, like that soul food, right? For our spirits to be fed, and like what nurtures your spirit. That's why I always talk about birth charts so much on my channel, because I really want you to be more intimate with yourself and not just think that you're more than just your sun sign. There's so many aspects to you. You have 12 houses. Step through those doors within your universe and find out what sets you apart from every other Taurus in the world. And that's why you're going to make this your year. But Source is saying it's time for some healing. It's really, really time for some healing, because a lot of you all are healers, but you don't want to be a wounded healer. You want to be a healed healer. So that also being able to take constructive feedback, right? So if a person tells you something, hey, this would really, really work for you, and you automatically go into defense mode, Source is saying, whoa, you could either say to someone, hey, listen, I'm a little bruised right now. I'm not receiving, what you're saying, because it's just, I hear what you're saying loud and clear, but can you deliver it in a way that I feel like it's gonna, it'd be more helpful? Because sometimes when you are a healer, someone on your journey to healing, have you been having people to come at you like a blowtorch or with both swords, like Zorro coming at you? It's kind of hard to be in receiving mode, no matter how nice a person tries to say it or deliver a message to you. But Source is saying somebody's purpose is to heal people. So you want to learn how to be able to receive constructive feedback, because if you're healing somebody who is hurting and they're on their way to healing and they say something hurtful to you, you're going to have to be able to let them know what your boundaries are right there while you're healing them. So Source is saying to you, it's 2 swords in particular, meaning like when you think about 2 energies in particular, you go to your lowest frequency. It could be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, since we're talking about air energy right here. It could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Or it could be a Sagittarius or Pisces. Speaking of this, yeah, it could be that. But whatever the zodiac sign is, or you could have those zodiac signs in your birth chart. So that's what I'm saying, pull your birth chart. Source is saying whoever those energies you are, there's a wide range of emotions as it relates to those. But God could have sent some people across your path for you to heal them. Something about your energy to heal them. Like there's a lot of wonderful things I could say about Taurus, and I have in previous readings. But it shouldn't just come from me. It should come from the inside. Like these are things you should know about yourself and able to communicate them. Very much like if you were going on a job interview and somebody, like if I said, Taurus is a very patient sign, a very logical, generous, and trustworthy sign, very determined, kind, organized, very patient. You may be like, yeah, that sounds just like me. But people shouldn't have to fill you with praise from the outside of something you already know within. Whatever I say about you at your highest frequency, you should be able to add a whole longer list of things like that. Not because of that's arrogance or that's your confidence. It's like, okay, because of God, this is who I am, right? And so if you don't have to walk around with a list of 500 good things about yourself on a t-shirt. Source is saying to you, be that. Just consistently be that while you're creating your, your firm boundaries. So Source is saying, pick up those two swords, because this is something that Source has exposed in you. Every time somebody brings up certain people's names, or somebody brings some information back to you, if you're on social media, if they have any social media presence, they pop up, on your timeline, something about your spirit goes dark. So Source is saying, pick those up, learn how to nurture your own inner child, right? Maybe they said or did something to you that really, really offended your inner child, where you felt unsafe and vulnerable. And so sources say, get around your people, get around your soul community, so that they can give you some praise and some constructive feedback in a way that you nurture yourself. So like, there are some zodiac signs that will say, well, my friends always give me feedback about myself. They'll tell me that I'm this and that and so on and so forth. And when you, just to hear people say that, it really makes their face light up, right? But you don't have to say it like you're offended. Like, you seem like you don't like so and so. Source is saying, if you really feel that way, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to help somebody. God is saying, this is still your year. Something you need to release from your plate, from your past, like move on from that. Because Source is saying, I'm sending people across your path. This is part of your training process. You ask anybody who is a healer, Taurus, and they're going to tell you some of the same similar stories. At first, I was frustrated that God kept sending these people across my path. Like, what am I supposed to do with these people, God? God, you got something that they need. I sent them across your path for a reason. So somebody is learning that. Somebody is learning that you don't need a title of a doctor or seer or a oracle or tarot card reader to be a healer. That's that gift from God that you have to heal people. So it could be the tone of your voice, it could be the way that you walk, the way that you look, the advice that you give people. And so, in this day and time, you can monetize anything. So if that's what you feel like, okay, well, you know what? That's why God kept sending me these people. All right, so maybe I'm supposed to be a life coach. Right? So Source is saying this is still your year. Here we have the King of Cups. We have the Seven of Swords again. 4 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and King of Wands. There it is. I'm telling you, somebody great make this their year, because somebody is king of ideas. Somebody is fired up, but in a good way fired up. Somebody is going to come out of this thing, whatever this is, this year is going to, somebody going to make this a very powerful year. So Source is like, it's time for you to get your mummy like sleep. It's time for you to get some good sleep when you wake up and you don't know what day it is. That kind of sleep. That's what Source is trying to tell somebody, because somebody is right now a wounded healer and is not really accepting their purpose, right? And so, here we are on earth. God gave you the purpose. God gave you the gift. So I do see somebody finally sailing away from something, sailing away from the deep disappointment of some energies. And like I said, where's the card? Like sailing away from some energies that could have been deeply disappointing from you in the past, because otherwise it's going to be your word, their word. You did this to me, you did that to me, you said this about me, you hurt me, you cut me deep with your words or your actions. And Source is saying it's only bringing this out of you. The 7 of Swords. I'm so angry. I could just hurt that person. I could ruin their business. I could ruin their reputation. I could slander them. I could do this. I just, Source is like, okay, you wasting your own energy when I want you to heal some people. I want you to heal some people. So that's what I'm saying for you all, taking off the blindfolds and recognizing what your purpose is. That's what I see. Some people heal people in entertainment. They could have a really rough day at work and, depressed and sad. They say, like, let me go buy tickets to this Taurus show, right? They put on a fantastic show. I saw a fantastic show with Taurus. Quite a few Taurians I've seen fantastic shows. And they give dynamic shows. These particular artists give dynamic shows. And it does take you away for the 2-3 hours that you're there, preparing, getting excited about going. It takes you to another place. Energetically, it takes you to another place. You just like, if I had any issues that day, I'm getting ready to go see so-and-so, and I know they're going to give a fantastic show because I've seen them before, that kind of energy. But somebody is definitely a healer. And so it's time to recognize what comes along with that. So here we have the King of Cups, and I do see somebody being very, very wise. If you think about it, some of these people sitting at this table probably already told you that. You have some amazing healing gifts, but if you're a person who is waiting on certain people to tell you that you have a gift, like your pastor, your priest, your rabbi, or every time somebody, you only receive it when somebody's giving you compliments. Sometimes you're gonna have to receive that. That's why if you remember, if for those of you all who are raised in some kind of a religious organization, a lot of spiritual leaders have an enormous amount of control over their emotions. Do you think everybody is running up to these spiritual leaders and saying to them, oh my God, you sure did preach a word. You saved my life. Some of the people are complaining because they thought they were going to call the church or mosque or temple or whatever to get some money, and the pastor or priest didn't give them money. All of a sudden, people start writing nasty reviews. Oh, they just stealing people's money. They just taking people's money. How long are they going to have a building fund? That kind of thing. So you got to be able to you have to know how to, and it's not just about having a tough skin. You can put on the full armor of God, which is actually within, right? But somebody is a healer, and if you're angry with God because you're a healer and you say, well, God, I didn't ask for this, but that's the one you want to talk to. God, help me with this, because that's what I'm seeing for you. So whether you're a singer, dancer, minister, or life coach, or whatever it is, sources like get around the people and get that feedback from those people, like recharge from the people that's giving you the constructive feedback and the praise, so that when you go out in the world and God is sending you more people for you to heal, then you can say, okay, let me set some clear boundaries, which should have already been set, but somebody's learning, instead of overthinking, to learn how to set clear boundaries, and you're getting these messages that's coming through. This is Mercury. That's how somebody's going to turn their frustration into a lot of, into this being your best year yet. And I say best year yet because there's many great years to come. Here we have the World card. Somebody's closing out cycles airtight. I'm telling you, somebody's finally saying, I need to move on from this. Like, why am I still angry about something when I can toss something into a burning bowl? That number 8. You may have gotten mad 8 times, but make 9, that number of completion and fulfillment. That's what the number 9 is. It's the number of transformation. So say it. I release such and such, whomever or whatever, and the emotion attached to it, the low vibrating emotion attached to it. I release it, repeat it 9 times. Write it on a sheet of paper, burn it, toss it, cleanse it by fire. See this burning bowl right here? And step into your light of healing people. Because otherwise, somebody's going to keep getting offended and just wanting all of this praise from people. And that is how sometimes, and this is just this doesn't apply to everything, right? That's why I said sometimes. I don't want somebody to take this as, law. That is how some people almost set themselves up to be in Judas situations, because all they want to hear is praise, or people walking tiptoeing on eggshells. Sometimes people just gonna come out and say, like, listen, take the blindfolds off. That's not your friend. Well, I've known them for you. Well, take the blindfolds off. Your family member can't stand you. They don't like you. They're jealous of you. But again, when you're around these types of energies and you know that you are a healer, you have healing gift, talk to any healer. Find a mentor that's a healer. It may sound to you like, wow, you go through all of that on a regular basis. Yep. But what keeps you going? It's my purpose. So it's harvest time for you all. Source is saying, learn how to monetize your gifts. If that's going to be a motivating factor for you, because your time is money. Time is money. So if God is sending you 20 people that need healing and you're a life coach, why don't you have a website set up? Why don't you have a calendar where people can pay for your time? So you can see, so God can show you, hey, listen, this is why I put you here, right? Some of the people that you work with need your healing. They need your compassion and your healing. So here we have the Ace of Cups. So Source is saying again, protect your water, protect your emotions, but learn how to put some things into a burning bowl and step into your own light purpose. That number 8, when it's out of alignment, can make a person look like they're egotistical, and that passive aggressive behavior because somebody is scared. Like, okay, I'm tired of all of this hurt around me. Some of your new in-laws need your healing. But again, if you look at it as like, well, I don't want that person a part of my family, and I wouldn't have chosen them, and why did my child bring them home, and that kind of stuff. God is like, because I'm sending them to you so that you can heal them, so that you can help, your energy can heal them. 4 of Pentacles. I have this amazing story about this pastor I met many, many, many years ago. And I can probably say today, and I've met many compassionate men and women of God. Well, I'll say everybody's, well, anyway. But I've met some very compassionate spiritual leaders. And when you enter into spaces where people know that this would, I mean, in my opinion, this is what sets some people apart, because I'm seeing healer, somebody's a healer. What really sets people apart is this energy. It was this husband and wife team. And so they wanted to know, when I first met them, and like I said, this was a long time ago. When I first met them, they wanted to know what church I belonged to, or like what church I was raised in. When I told them, the husband immediately went into, oh, I'm familiar with such and such and such and such, and so on and so forth. And instantly I felt welcome. Like, okay, because walking into a new environment, you feel like, okay, are people going to judge you? What are they going to think? Am I saying the right thing? Am I, connecting with people, and so on and so forth? And outside of a spiritual, I mean, not, well, I can't say outside because we are all divine spirit beings. I remember working for this organization, and the president of the company would literally sit down and meet with every new employee. And come to find out that me and the president of this company we graduated from the same high school. But when the president of the company went to my school, it was an all boys school, right? And of course, and it was all boys school. And so he's like, wow, you graduated? I graduated from there too. He just happened to have a picture. He happened to have his yearbook and showed me the yearbook. So when people are, this is about relationships. Like, somebody is a healer but can't figure out for the life of them why God keeps sending energies across your path that are lost, like you once were. So that's what I'm saying for you all, Taurus. It's going to make so much sense when you stop overthinking something and you go directly to source and say, okay, source, I am so confused. There should be no shame between you talking to you and source. I am so confused. Like, why do you keep sending these kind of people across my path? What do you want me to do with them? Like, I'm not their God. You're right. You're not, just like they're not yours. But it's something that you all can glean from each other. And that's what source wants somebody to do. That's what source wants somebody to do, is like, stop talking about how broken people are. Everybody on this planet is something. Everybody has demons. Everybody's whatever, everybody is flawed. Let me just put it that way. And so source says, you have these fire ideas, Taurus. It's time to put those things into action. But first, you need to focus on your healing first, recognizing what your temptations are and how can you move forward and help to heal other people. So have faith in your dreams. 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 37. So there is no need to fear, dear one. Protected you are, and protected you will always be. Yeah, protected you are, and protected you will always be. When somebody really gets deep, deep, deep into healing, you'll see why there's really no fear. You can see somebody shape shifting right in front of you, and you'll be able to call that demon out by name. and not be afraid of it. You'll see how Source protects you from things where other people may be trying to get to you or do something, some kind of harm to you, or do harm to your business, or do harm to whatever, and how Source protects you because you are right in alignment with. That's why I love when we had the solar and the lunar eclipse, when that moon was passing through, the moon meaning your emotions passing through, you know, the planets. So clean your space. Clean your space, spiritually clean your space, energetically clean your space, and sit down before we move into this new phase within this cycle. This new phase is the most celebrated one. It's the full moon on the 1st of August, and talk to Source. If you're watching this on the weekend, or you're watching it on the 29th or the 30th, talk to Source. God, what is my purpose? Because you keep sending certain types of people across my path, and I am confused. And I don't want to be confused. So how do you want me to help them? What is it that I have that I can help them without allowing myself to be distracted? How is it? What is it that you want? You know, that kind of energy. So that's what I'm seeing for you. It's a beautiful journey. 27, I am expressive. Your mind is wide open, Taurus, and you're tolerant and compassionate toward all ways of life. You value freedom of expression, and you want to improve the conditions of people, whether in your community, country, or the world at large. That's what you want people to see. 27, 2 plus 7 is 9. So again, here we go back to this transformation. Somebody's making a very powerful transformation, but somebody's a healer. You don't need somebody to tell you. Like, some people don't believe it until somebody that they, you know, somebody that has title and position or money or a certain type of house or whatever the case may be, or a certain type of degrees, for you to say, oh yes, I'm a doctor, or oh yes, you know, my pastor told me that I was a seer, or, you know, I have the gift of discernment. God been told you that long before you even met those people. God already told you that, because God was the one that gave you the gifts. And not only that, the people that's sitting right here, these people told you. These people told you. Start paying attention. Start paying attention to all of this food is going around. Your spirit is being fed. Start paying attention to what these people are telling you. Oh, wow. You know what? They light up when you walk in the room. Your smile just lightens. I feel so much better around you. I feel like whenever we have a conversation, I feel so much better when I walk out of your presence. They just told you about your gifts right there. So that's what I have for you. Thank you for joining me. Let's see if there is, where my last... You gotta listen to the elevator music. Okay, there we go. So last card, and let's get ready to close this out, Taurus. Let's get ready to close it out, so somebody can get to their healing journey. Affirmations for focus. Now this is perfect, right? I am devoted to a clear mind. That's right. You're gonna have to move on from something, right? I take action toward my highest goals daily. I am confident in my abilities. I release distraction. I get the important things done. I am organized. I am in control of my thoughts. That is what I have for you, Taurus, and I will see you all on Motivational Monday. Bye.